What's going on? This is Pedram, and in this video, I'm going to explain the difference between the poor and the rich, and I'm going to go into details, and I'm going to specify exactly their mindset, the way they think between the two, the rich and the poor. And in this video, hopefully you will take a lot of value, and you'll be able to change your mindset from where you are now to be able to think bigger and think more in abundant. And this video should really help you make that mindset shift, because success 80% is mindset and 20% mechanic. So in order to get to where you want to go and do the things you want to do, to your surprise, is not actually the mechanical stuff, which are actually the easy part, the part that you're going to have challenges in. And I've said this many times before, but the parts that you will have challenges with will be the mindset, and will be the way you think. So in this video, I will go over some of these mindset and explain exactly the difference between these two, and hopefully you will be able to make that change and go from the poor to the rich, and from the way you think. So let's get into it. So the mindset differences. This is actually from T. Harv Eker, best-selling author of A Secret to Millionaire Mind, and he has an excellent program called Millionaire Mind, and this is from him, and he is very successful entrepreneur, and I'm gonna go through them. So maybe you will search for him because he's very successful, and these what he said here really made a lot of noise. So let's go through them one by one. So the poor and the middle class, and the financially independent and the rich, you're gonna go through them one by one. So the poor and the middle class, they believe life happens to them. They have a victimized mindset, and they kind of think everything that happens only happens to them, and they're kind of special, and it doesn't happen to nobody else. The financial independent, however, they believe in I create my life and accept full responsibility for where they are currently. And this is a huge one. This is absolutely one of the biggest one on this list. And until you won't change, you won't take full responsibility for your life and for the way you are right now in your life, nothing is going to change, and you're not going to go where you want. This was a huge one for me, and I had to really work on this one. And you just have to accept full responsibility. You have to stop going around, and you have to stop blaming people, and you have to stop blaming your circumstance, and stop blaming all the other thousand things that happens to us, and just take full responsibility. Because let's face it, whatever happens in life, it doesn't just happen to the poor, it happens to everyone. What really matters is how you deal with what happens to you. That's the most powerful mindset. And you have to take full responsibility for your life and where you are right now, and you will be able to take that shift and go to where you want. Mark my word on this one, until you don't take full responsibility for your current life, for your current situation, nothing is going to change. No matter how hard you try, if you're going around blaming people, there's no way you're going to make money, and you're going to become financially free, because this is going to stop you, and it's not going to give you, it's not going to help you act. So take full responsibility for where you are, and don't be a victim, and don't go around blaming others and your circumstances. Next is this one is a big one too. They play the money game not to lose. So the poor and the middle class, they play the money game not to lose. And there's a big difference where the financially independent, they play the money game to win. So one is defense mode, and the other one is offense mode. In order to do well in life and go on to create millions of dollars, you have to play to win instead of just playing not to lose. So you gotta play and know that you're going to win, and not just protect what you have and just do not to lose. It's kind of like Let's say you, for example, you're playing football. If you're defending all the time, there's no way you're going to score. So what you got to do is you got to take the offense and you got to risk the other team score. So you have to risk and you have to play the money game to win, and don't play the money game just not to lose. And this is a huge one. The next one is, look, everybody want to be rich. Poor and the middle class want to be rich too. That's why they play the lottery. But the difference is financially independent and the rich, they are committed to being rich and they do whatever it takes to be rich. So this is quite a big one. The difference is, look, everybody want to be rich. Everybody, no one going to say no to money, and everybody like it. Everybody want to be financially free. But there's a big and huge difference between just wanting something and just being fully committed to it and going and doing whatever it takes to make it happen. So this is a big one. And don't just want money, but be committed to making it happen, and no matter what, go and make it happen. Next one is, they think small, think limitation, wish and hope a lot. So the poor and the middle class, they think small, they think limitation, and they wish this was that, and they wish they win the lottery and all of that stuff. Whereas the financially free, they think big, possibility, and dream a lot. So um, you got to think big in order to make big things happen. You cannot just wish for things. You got to be positive, and you got to dream a lot. You got to think about what's possible in the future instead of just thinking limitation and thinking is not possible, and it's all one big dream. So you got to believe in it, and you got to dream a lot, and you got to think that it's really, really possible. Another one is, they focus on obstacles. So the poor and the middle class, they focus way too much on obstacles, and that kind of stops them from where you want to go. Whereas the financially free, they focus on opportunities and they focus on how to win. Next one is, the poor and middle class, they resent rich and successful people. So whenever you come to a meeting and on a successful person, what happens is, when you speak to them, they say, oh, he's a crook. He's actually stole all the money from somebody, and he must have played some game to get to where they are. And they just resent the other rich people. Whereas the rich and the successful, they admire other rich and the successful people. They learn from them, and they kind of get inspiration from them. So there's a big difference to admiring someone and hating someone. Next is, they associate with negative and unsuccessful people. So this one is huge. Show me your friend, and I will show you your future. Whoever you hang around with, your life will be exactly the same as those people. If you have 5 million in front and you're the sixth one, not long you're going to be number six. Whereas if you hang around with negative and unsuccessful people, then you're going to find yourself in the same boat as them. So you got to associate yourself with positive and successful people if you want to become successful. And don't think, oh, you're too strong, it's not going to affect you. Sooner or later, it will have some effect on you and it will put you down. So it's better not to hang around with unsuccessful people, and just start hanging around with successful and a positive. And that will help you in your journey to success. So next one is, they think negatively about selling and promoting. So if you talk to any poor person, they kind of say, oh, you have to, I don't really like to sell. You have to be dodgy. You have to be dishonest. Promoting is not good. And they kind of think this is not the way to go about life. Where the financially free people, they're willing to promote themselves and their values. They have no fears, and if they believe something is right and is going to help somebody out there and give them value, then you should not have any shame to promote themselves and show other people your values. So by actually not promoting yourself, you will actually doing people a disservice, because if what you're offering is going to help people, then by not promoting it, you're being selfish. So it's exactly the other way around. Instead of thinking negatively about selling and promoting, think positive, and if what you're offering is good, then you should have no shame to go out there and promote yourself at all. So this is another one. The next one is they are poor receivers. So whenever you see a poor person, they kind of, you want to give them some money for a service they done. They'll kind of say this is too much. Oh, I didn't come in for this. Oh, just give me this much. I just do it for free. Or they cannot receive. Whereas the successful, they are excellent receivers. Why? Because this goes hand in hand and is the other side of the same coin. The reason why the rich and the successful are excellent receivers because they are also excellent givers. If you give to people, then you have no problem receiving. It's only when you don't give to other people then you have problem with receiving. And the irony of this is that actually poor people, the reason why they cannot receive is because they are poor givers. And the successful people, because they give freely and they help so many people, then they have no problem with receiving and taking things from other people. Another big one is poor and the middle class, they choose to get paid based on time. So they're constantly selling their time and getting paid for time. Whereas the rich and the successful, they choose to get paid based on result. And this is a huge one. Your time is limited, and it's you're not getting any younger. Every day you're getting older, and your time is going to run out sooner or later. So you got to choose to get paid based on result. You got to get paid based on the result you do, and that might take longer. Choosing to get paid based on time is very quick. You just show up for a bit, give your time, and get paid. Whereas show, getting paid on result, it might take 6 months, it might take 1 year, it might take 2 years, and there's still no sign of it. But once you do start getting paid based on result, the result is going to come massive. So you have to be careful about how you spend your time. And selling your time is not a wise thing because your time is limited, and you have to choose to get paid based on result. The next one is they mismanage their money and buy a lot of liabilities. So if you look at the poor, they mismanage a lot of their money and they buy a lot of things that cost. So if you look at the average family, where a middle class, they have a lot of liabilities. They have a mortgage, they have a car payment, and all of that. It's not going to bring you any money, and it's not going to make you any money. And by the way, your house is not an asset, is a liability because it's not producing income for you if you're living in that house yourself. Asset is something that pays you. Um, so the difference here is do not mismanage your money and do not spend on liabilities. Um, and if you look at the rich and the successful, they manage their money very well. They know how to manage their money, and they buy a lot of assets. So what that means is, these people, they buy a lot of things that pays them and brings income to their life, rather than buying car, houses, so many different liabilities that just takes money from them. So you have to focus on things that brings money into your life, rather than just focusing on buying things that takes money out of your life. And you got to learn how to manage your money properly. The next one is they let fear stop them. Poor and the middle class, the fear is a big one, and they stops them from acting and moving towards where they want to go. Where the financially free, they act in spite of fear. So they feel the fear and do it anyway, because they know if they want to get to the top and if they want to be successful, they have to act in spite of the fear and just constantly be moving forward. So this is the next one. And then finally, the last one, this is a huge one. The poor and the middle class, they think they already know it all, and they think they're already good at it, and they think this doesn't work, and they think they shouldn't read this, and they think they know it everything. And that kind of stops them, because as soon as you think I know it all, that shows you know nothing. So whereas financially independent, they constantly learn, and they always improve, they always learn, and they're always willing to go outside their comfort zone to learn something new and to improve. So don't think you already know it all, and be willing to learn, consistently improving on yourself every single day. So that's about it. That's the mindset differences. Maybe you can take a screenshot and print a copy and put it into your in your room and read it for a number of months, maybe few months, until you internalize the differences between them. And as soon as you sort these out, and as soon as you start to handle your mindset stuff, your income is going to increase drastically. So print a copy and put a copy up on the wall, and just read it non-stop until every morning, and when you go to bed, until you internalize this stuff and become second nature. So this is the mindset stuff. If you're thinking about now the mechanical stuff and some more mindset stuff, then I'm doing a free video where I show you exact step-by-step formula on how to go online and create a business and turn your passion into online business. In this video, I show you exactly the mechanics and the steps it takes to start an online business and make money online. So all you got to do is to scroll down in the description. You will find the link there. Click on that link, and I will send you the free video instantly once you sign up on the next page. So click on that link and get that video completely free, and you will be able to learn exactly how to start an online business, no matter if you don't have any experience and you're just starting out. So that's it. If you like this video and you want to handle this part of your life, you want to become financially free, and you want to change your mind, and you want to learn about business and entrepreneurship, then this is the channel to be. Just go ahead and subscribe and press on the bell icon to notify you for every video that I make every single day. So go ahead and do that. And if you have any question, please feel free to put them on a comment section below, and will be glad to answer any question you might have. So thanks again for taking time to watch this video, and make sure you print a copy and put it on a wall until you internalize some of these things. Thanks again, and I wish you a successful journey in your business and in your personal life. Until next time, take care.